It's a Gundam. He's just a piece of crap.
I saw this tweet on Twitter that I found interesting from some conservative chick.
At 16, boys used to want to be men. They lied about their age and stormed the beaches of Normandy.
And then they were cut in half by the MG-42, arguably the machine gun that changed the world.
Now men in their 30s can't even commit to a woman who loves them.
As a man who's had a lot of experience with this, let me tell you, every woman I ever loved enough to want to put a ring on it left me for a dude that was at least 6 feet tall or more, a recovering alcoholic or drug addict or both. So, you know.
Gonna hate me for this, but I unfortunately think it's true. In dating, I think it's very appropriate and necessary for women to have a roster. More accurately, I think it's important for women to rotationally date, meaning they're going on dates with several men at a time. Whereas for
men, I believe it's really important to focus on one girl.
It's a joke. It's all a joke.
What are you doing? Subscribe right now. Join the Gundo army.
Obey my dog!
Boys once fought to become men. Today, men fight to stay boys.
Well, when you have a society that infantilizes women while, constantly emasculating men.
The astrogators gave us her shot!
Get a hold of yourself.
In this day and age, it's hard to get a stable job. You're competing with AI, not to mention the housing crisis that's so ridiculously expensive. Like, on what planet does any guy look at anything going on now and go, oh yeah, I could have a nice house and a family? There's so many variables that are just so insurmountable. It's like, what, the trials of Hercules? It was the 10 labors of Hercules. Navigate thottery, navigate the failing economy, society, random wars, taxes, housing crisis, identity crisis. I could go on forever.
I also forgot to mention the weird trend of where it's like most chicks in their 30s today, if they're remotely attractive and thin and single, they're usually on the spicy sites, so that's in the mix too. And whenever you talk to these girls, they act as if they're like business owners and entrepreneurs. She's selling butthole pictures, but in her mind, she's Warren Buffett. I'd have mercy on my miserable soul.
Stop him!
Men in the 1930s and 40s were not competing with women that cared more about online social media and clout and appealing to as many people as possible on a brain rot app called TikTok or Twitch than they do about anything else in their lives. Case in point.
I'm kind of stressed. I'm really stressed because Halloween is the day before the subathon. So I obviously want to go trick-or-treating with Valentina. So I want to go to Colorado, but it's the day before the subathon. So I would need to prepare.
You got the fire alarm that's got a low battery chirping in the background. And this chick is literally having a conundrum whether to spend Halloween for her daughter and trick-or-treat, but she's also worried about the subathon from Twitch, I guess. I don't know what the hell this is. Isn't it all muck? Does it matter?
So it's so annoying. And I can't go home right now because it's Mary's birthday on Wednesday. I would have already been home, but it's Mary's birthday on Wednesday. She's having a birthday party, which I will be streaming. But it's just a lot, guys. It's so much. It's like stressing me out. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna fly to trick-or-treat with her on Thursday morning. Trick-or-treat, come back.
Even her own chat, I'm seeing a lot of people like, just go. Yeah, you gotta, can you believe this? This chick wants to fly to her daughter, the one in another state, to trick-or-treat, then fly back in time for subathon on Twitch. This is insanity. So when we say that men don't want to commit, what is there to commit to in instances like this? As a man, we're naturally inclined to commit to things. We don't want to change our damn wallet. We don't want to change the guy who cuts our hair. We don't change our friends. Women go through friends like they change clothes. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I've been around a chick and she's just like, this is my best friend, Carolina. And I'm like, what happened to Jessie? Jessie thought she was cute. Jessie did this and this. I'm like, how many best friends have you had in your life, bitch? I can only say I've had 2 best friends at most, not counting my dog.
By November 1st, the morning. I don't know, guys. This is so stressful. Fly her out? Should I trick or treat here? But then the only thing about that is like I'm gonna be so focused on her being here, and then I'm gonna be focused on this, and it's my brain. I'm just a girl.
Girl power!
It makes more sense if you had a kid, or two of them, to fly the other kid out so you could trick or treat with both your kids. So I think the person whose birthday she's worried about streaming is some other Twitch dot. Like, Jesus H. Christ. And she's like, oh, my girl, this is so stressful. Oh, this is the height of her stress, my dudes. Whether she can live stream to Google for November Subfest in time if she takes her kid trick-or-treating. This is your child, for Christ's sakes. This could be one of the core memories for your daughter that will be important in her life that she'll look back on fondly. For the love of God, don't waste it on Twitch where it's like,
Well, my mom couldn't come out to come trick-or-treating with me because she had to do subathon November in another state. Oh, well, that's why I'm now dancing at shenanigans.
I'm just a girl, guys. My brain isn't supposed to be working this hard.
this is the biggest conundrum of her day, her week, her life. And that is just one of many tales. The point is, in the modern age, the modern woman is a little bit more of a pain in the ass than the women of yesteryear. When you factor in the obsession with social media and how easily they can be influenced by trends saying that a man isn't good enough, you need a man to do better, or the fact that they want to be content creators, and that word has such a broad term now after the spicy sites, what does it leave the average man? On top of that, let's face it, marriage rates are just in the toilets. You have over a 50% chance of your marriage ending, and all divorces, not all, but 84 or 5% of divorces are initiated by women. Once again, what's there to commit to? Leave you, take your house, and make it hard for you to see your kids. Men can commit, but the options they have to commit to aren't very promising or fair. Oh well. I guess men just need to suck it up, huh?
He's out of line, but he's right.